You're watching the Steve Talks Real Estate Show, and this is episode 9. Hey, I am your host, Steve Penate, realtor here in the Phoenix metropolitan area, and I am back here on the show. A lot of you have texted me, emailed me, called me, hey, what's going on? When's the next episode out? I apologize, I've been really busy. It's been a very busy season, and I'm so excited about everything that is going on in the real estate market here in Phoenix, Arizona. So on this episode, I want to talk a little bit about selling. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, hey Steve, is it a good time to sell? Should I sell now? Should I hold off? So on this episode, I want to tell you that it's a great time to sell. So I am going to talk to you about a few things that you and your realtor have to discuss to be on the same page to make sure your selling experience is a great one. Number 1, make sure your realtor has a great grasp of the market your house is in. Every market here in Phoenix, Arizona is responding very differently. There are some areas where it takes about a month and a half, 2 months, and even longer to sell. But there are areas where you list a house and it sells in a day. So make sure you and your realtor have a good grasp about what to expect. Remember, peace comes when you know what to expect when selling your house. Therefore, don't expect your house to sell in a week if the market is responding a little bit slower in the neighborhood you're in. A market knowledge is key. It'll bring peace to you as to what to expect when you list your house to sell. Number 2, and this one is key, okay? I've said it before in episode, I believe, 3 or 4, you can go back and watch it, but I talked about pricing your house right, and I want to mention it again because right now in this market it's super important pricing your house right off the bat. If you price it too high, it's gonna sit. If you price it too low, again, we all know you leave money on the table, okay? Pricing your house to sell in this market is key, okay? Sellers, don't get too excited just because things are moving fast. You think you can price your house higher, okay? Make sure once again, you and your agent sit down and see what price range is moving in the area, okay? Recently, I've worked with sellers where they were expecting a little more because they were seeing houses moving a lot faster, but it wasn't the case, okay? Every area is moving differently, okay? But it's super important that you price your house really well so that it moves a lot faster in this market, okay? It's not a seller's market completely, even though houses are moving and there are areas where people are fighting for houses, okay? So make sure you know the area so that you can price it right and your house gets an offer rather quickly. Additional note about pricing the house, look at this. I know everybody out there is looking at apps, Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, HomeSnap, Realtor.com, and so on. Trust your agent. They have information that is a lot more accurate. It's a well-known fact. All of these apps get comparables from houses that when it comes down to it, the appraisers don't use those comparables. Therefore, they're not reliable. Listen to me, they're not reliable, okay? Number 3, I am going to combine 2 tips in one, so you're welcome in advance. But here it is. Keep your house maintained and clean. I know it could be difficult for families, especially with children in the house or pets in the house and so on, but it's a sacrifice for a limited time just to make sure that when buyers come, if you're at work, the house is clean. If they come with little notice and you want to show the house, you don't have to scramble around just to make sure, socks are picked up, shirts are hung up, Keep your house clean and maintained. Additionally, the exterior, keep it landscaped. Pick up the weeds, cut the trees. Make sure the house looks pleasant on the eyes. It's the first thing people see, okay? And then secondly is this. I personally ran into this recently with buyers as we are looking at houses, is that we walk in and the owners are home, and so I will tell you this how it is. It's uncomfortable for buyers when the sellers are home. And it's even worse when the sellers are following the buyers around. It's totally uncomfortable. The buyer is not gonna put an offer on a house they feel uncomfortable in. Sacrifices for a limited time while you are on a mission to sell your house. Do it and get your house sold. Well, that wraps up episode 9 of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show. Can you believe we're 9 shows in? I'm excited about all the information and content we keep bringing you in your real estate journey. Remember, keep emailing me your questions at the email down below. And if you want to go back to get more information, whether you're a buyer, a seller, or an investor, go back and watch my shows. Visit my website, stevepenate.com. Visit my YouTube channel. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. You know how to find me, Steve Penate. We'll see you next time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Visit my website to watch past shows and get all the resources you need.